But if you're not doing something in your life to prepare for crazy times, and you're sitting on the sidelines waiting for Donald Trump to become president and he's going to fix everything, I'm with you. I hope Donald Trump gets in. I hope he gets in, and I hope he can make a difference. But on the same token, we've still got the same clowns on both sides of the aisle. Well, good afternoon. My name is Tom. Welcome to the state of Maine. Get yourself a cup of coffee. Well, you guessed it. It's raining again. It has been pouring like cats and dogs for the last 24 hours. It poured all night. It's pouring right now. It is foggy. The snow is melting. So that's making it extremely foggy. So it's going along with what I've been working on the last couple of days, because all we've had is rain, snow, more rain, rain. So I'm still working on 44 Magnum birdshot. I have gone out and tested. If you remember in the last video, we worked with the number 4 shot. A lot more powder this time around. A lot less lead, same weight, just less pellets because it's a number 4. But this is the load I believe is going to be the best hunting load. I will do some more testing and I'll get back to you. But for right now, I'm testing the camera. Been having camera issues, so trying to get those resolved for working up in here. Now I've got something turned on that I can't figure out how to turn off, so we'll see. Videos haven't been as clear as I would like, so I've been trying to up my game a little bit and try to do a better job for you guys. So I just figured we would do the same thing I've done in the last video. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to make some shells. We're going to talk. You know, the problem with having some rain days is you get to watch a couple of videos on YouTube. And what a crazy, crazy time that we're living in right now. I try not to dwell on it. I try not to think about it. But if you're not doing something in your life to prepare for crazy times, and you're sitting on the sidelines waiting for Donald Trump to become president and he's going to fix everything, I'm with you. I hope Donald Trump gets in. I hope he gets in, and I hope he can make a difference. But on the same token, we've still got the same clowns on both sides of the aisle. So that means, because he's only going to be there for 4 years, the first 2 years, he'll get stuff accomplished. After that, the Republicans and the Democrats will get in his way to stall him. That's what they did last time. That's what they're going to do this time. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. It falls under follow the money. Follow the money. You can follow the money back to both sides of the aisle, Republican and Democrat, when it comes to Washington, D.C. So let's not focus on that today. Let's focus on getting rid of this snow, getting moved into fishing season, and all that good stuff. How's that sound? Sounds much better to me. But these number 4 shots, holy smokes. I've got, what I did, because you have the same amount of volume for the same case. So all I did was I switched over from cup. Instead of this cup being for the lead, I switched over to the lead cup being my powder cup, which was bigger. That was 1.cc. And now what I'm putting in is 1.3 cc. So now what I'm putting in is 1.3 cc of powder, which is 9.3 grains of powder of red dot. And then I went out and shot it, and holy smokes, it's got some oomph. The pattern was excellent. There's 26 pellets anyways that makes up the new load. Anyways, getting back to, I'm going to do this stuff in the background. This is not a reloading video. It's just me sitting here, turn the camera on, and let's talk about reality. Reality is that money talks. All the time, money talks, money talks. So where does that leave you? Well, that leaves you, maybe it's, in this channel, there's over 700 videos right now. Every single one of them is about self-reliance. Every single one of them is about self-reliance, taking care of yourself. Nothing has changed at all in this channel. If you want more, over on the Patreon channel, I am freer to speak over there on some of these topics because I'm not held to the same standard as YouTube. So over on the Patreon, I can let go a little bit. And I do. But I don't know. I've been doing this, like I said, I got 700 videos. And it almost feels like we're backing up from when I started this 5 years ago. What I mean, it's our schools we're putting out stupid people. We're putting out stupid people. You've got to work hard in this life for anything that you want. And because you're working hard, it builds good character. It builds good character. It builds strong men. It builds strong women. It builds strong girls. It builds strong boys. That's what I tell my grandsons all the time. I don't baby them. The problem what we're doing right now in this country is we're raising a bunch of wimps. We're raising a bunch of wimps and you see it all the time. Don't do that, you're going to get hurt. Don't do that, you're going to get hurt. Don't learn how to run a chainsaw, that's too dangerous. Don't climb on that tractor, that's too dangerous. Don't learn. So what do you expect when we get to adulthood with our kids and they're afraid of everything? They're afraid of everything because their parents have taught them to be absolutely afraid of everything. Don't do that. You can't do that. Don't do that. Well, I'm just the opposite. I bring them boys out. I brought my daughter out. I brought her to job sites when she was a girl and put her to work building houses. And now we don't do that. We're raising a generation of wimps. And I don't know, and there's no other way of putting it. So what are we gonna do? Candy coat it? Candy coat it? When I went to school, when you won a trophy or you won a ribbon, you actually won the trophy. You actually won the ribbon. And I know you guys did the same thing. I'm preaching to the choir here. So this is for anybody new to this channel, anybody just dropping by to see what we're all about. I can tell you right now, I'm not about raising wimps. And it's the same thing when I take people out fishing or hunting or anything like that. When I'm in the boat all day. When I go to deer camp, I'm usually in the tree stand all day. And it's same thing when it's time to do some work, it's time to do some work. That's the way it was. I heard something the other day that young person referred to back in the late 1900s. Back in the late 1900s, that's how they did that. Well, isn't that pathetic that we consider that the late 1900s now? When I talk about back in the 80s or back in the 90s or anything like that, I'm not thinking about a long time ago, that's for sure. You know, the last century. That's the last century. You know, we're raising a bunch of sissies now. We're raising a bunch of sissies because they don't want to get hurt. It's just a plain fact about it. When you look around the country, do you think that we built a country on the backs of a bunch of sissies? That didn't happen. That didn't happen. I saw another thing too the other day was there's no refugees from America showing up in other countries. Because we're supposedly supposed to get up, get going, and make our country better. Well, we're raising right now a whole tribe of people that don't want to do nothing except sit on their ass. You know, I have to call it like it is sometimes. Sometimes you just have to speak the truth, and I know there's some good people out there. I know there's some great young people out there. I am not talking about the great young people that are out there. When I come across somebody like that, I want to shake their hands, pat them on the back, and take them out to a steak dinner. Because if you find a young person that you can be proud of on what they're accomplishing, that's something that ought to be taken notice to. Not the guy that gets a ribbon just because he participated. You know, we can't have any losers anymore. Nobody's a loser. Nobody's a loser out on the field. We all have to, we all got to be winners. So everybody gets a ribbon now. Everybody gets a trophy. Everybody gets a whatever. And then, and that's probably why now we have men competing in the women's sport around the country. They couldn't win in their own, up against other men, so what do? They go play against women. Uh-oh. The camera's telling me battery's going dead. So, it gives me a little bit of time here. Where are we for time? 13 minutes, that's good enough. Alright, battery's going to die. So and then, just by luck, I'm on my last case. So anyways, let's stop raising a bunch of wimps. Let's stop raising a bunch of wimps. And I know it's probably too late. God only knows what they're going to do when this country needs to be rebuilt. If you get rid of all the tradesmen, and you get rid of all the people that know how to build bridges, and know how to build houses, and know how to build skyscrapers, and all of that stuff, big buildings that all you people live in, what do you think's going to happen? Well, I'll tell you what I think's going to happen. You're not going to have a place to live in. You guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.